Um, hey guys, I guess I just kind of wanted to update people on what's been going on recently with me. Um, it's been really hard for me to stay on top of like actual video content, which granted most of my content's just gaming. That's, not a huge deal. I've been streaming a lot more over on Twitch, mostly just because a couple of my friends and I have been goofing around playing The Forest, and we've got a couple of other games that we want to play together. And since, I don't know, we're not really good with improv or anything like that, so there's not anything really all that funny that tends to happen. So I don't really have much in the way of actual clips from those VODs that I can use. I keep saying I'm sorry. But I've got a couple of games that I want to do long plays of, which it's going to take me a little bit to sit down and get those started since I've started doing art commissions lately. My cat is over here, if you're wondering why my other hand has just disappeared. He wants pettings. But I've been doing art commissions lately, and that's been taking up quite a bit of my free time as well. So most of what I've been doing lately has been drawing rather than actually playing games and recording. I'll take a few hours out of my day to play with a couple of my friends, and then the rest of my free time during my off days is just drawing. That's all I've been doing. Whoa, my face did some crazy stuff there. But it's just been drawing. That's really all that I've been up to. I don't know. That's really all I have to say. I was sick for a little while. It wasn't COVID, but I was sick for a little while, and I wasn't able to really do all that much, even though I had a lot of spare time. It basically just left me really under the weather. My voice was completely gone. Absolutely trashed my throat. Yeah, there's really not much to say, I guess. I started doing commissions mostly because I'm trying to save to get out of my current apartment. I have just gotten really sick of smelling all the smells from my other neighbors, and my apartment manager not doing anything about the fact that I can smell weed at least 3 nights a week when I come home from work. Always after 10 o'clock they'll start smoking, and my whole apartment is reeking by the time I get home. So it's disgusting. I don't like it. I don't care if people smoke. I just hate the smell. It really gets to me after a while. And also another thing with the avatar that you're seeing right now, this is obviously not the final product. This is just something I made with Vroid Studio for free, just something to play around with. I've got my little logo on my shirt. I've got my leap motion so I can move my hands around, stuff like that. But I'm actually thinking of getting a proper avatar made once I have some extra cash saved up. Most of my savings right now are going straight to my moving fund, so that's not going to be for a while unless I can learn how to make one myself. Otherwise, I'll be commissioning one. But I do like this a lot better since this is a lot more interactive than just having a plain video of nothing on the screen and you just hearing my voice when I'm talking during these update videos. And it's also a lot of fun when I'm using it over on Twitch, since I don't like being on camera, especially not live. At least this way, there's a way for me to interact with my audience and have them see that, look, I am actually here. I'm saying hello to you. I'm involved with what's going on, and it's not just me playing a game and staring at a screen and completely ignoring my chat. I am here. I promise you I'm actually here. But yeah, this is just a free thing. I did it as a test. I've actually got another one. Let me pull the other one up I did as a test, because the other one's kind of cute too. Let me move this over here. You're gonna see some stuff, some random menu items and stuff like that come up, but is this the one I want? Yes. I have this one as well. I think it's kind of cute. There's a moth character that I came up with that I've been posting a little bit about over on Twitter. Ooh, my arms are doing crazy things. But there's a moth character that I made up that I've been doing on Twitter. This one has wings, but I don't really have a good set of wings. This is basically my work in progress, my practice one. I'm doing interesting things like working with transparencies for the textures and stuff like that. That's how I made these antennae. They originally were my rabbit ears from the other one, and I just bent them forward and made them flatter, and then put a different texture that I painted by hand, so that parts of it are a little see-through, like moth antennas, the little hairs on the moth antenna. Let me skip I know you can see my menu and stuff, but that's okay. But let me see if I can get the one with the wings to look at least halfway decent. Because see, look, my wings kind of clip into my body, so it's not the greatest thing in the world. You can barely see, they've got a few little details on them, but these are just practice ones. This is definitely not the final product. I do like this one though. I think it's very vibrant, it's cute, but it's not exactly the same as my character is. It's a has-been hotel character, let's be real here. Let me get the other one back up, because I thought it looks a lot better without the wings right now, because you can kind of see the wings over here in the preview box that's on the screen. You can kind of see what they look like. I haven't finished them yet because, of course, moth wings have that extra set on the bottom. It's not just the top half of the wings, but this is just, I was practicing with it. There we go. That's better. Oh, I need to take the menu away again. This is why I have everything set up before I do live streaming and don't swap between things a lot. Let me get my character pulled up. Where is he at? Trying to look around my microphone. It's very huge. There we go. So I'm not going to keep like the entire thing up because there's some stuff on there, but yeah, that's my moth character. I need to change the avatar's hairstyle, obviously, but I thought it was cute. I liked it. I liked the design, and I liked the way he ended up turning out. Yes, it is a he. Hi, it's has-been hotel. You've got angel dust dressing like a woman constantly. Leave me alone. I want to be a pretty boy. Tell me I'm pretty. Anyways, yeah, that's the character that I came up with. I've been posting him a bit on Twitter, and I just like the way he looks. I think he's cute. I have another character that I made that's like the imps from Hell of a Boss, the little red imps, and I thought he was cute too, but I couldn't make one of these little Vroid avatars look the way I wanted to, since he's got horns and everything, and it's hard enough that the moth and the imp, neither one of them really has a nose, so I had to color it to where the nose just completely disappeared on here. If I turn my head though, you could see the little anime nose is still there. It's the same thing with my bunny rabbit, because I had to paint a custom nose on him as well. Let me pull that one back up, because it's like, even with the bunny rabbit, he has a custom nose on him, just painted on there so it looks like the face is more flat. But if I turn my head, the anime nose is still there and it looks really awkward, so I have to make sure I stay head on at all times. But no, anyways, like I said, these are just for fun. These are just at the moment just for fun. Oh, my arm's doing crazy things. Stop that. It picks up. It's very sensitive, this thing is. It's either very sensitive or not sensitive enough. There's no in between. But yeah, anyways, these avatars are mostly just for fun. I do enjoy both of them. I think they're really cute. They're very simplistic compared to what the actual characters look like, because I've drawn this character a few times too, and he's definitely a lot more elaborate than what I've got here. Especially the ears usually have more colorful stuff inside of them, but I was not able to make that happen just with the way the texture layouts are for the Vroid avatars. And the fact that my ears, the actual ears that I have up here, they're not ears. They're strands of hair that I've stretched up and stretched out and then made concave and then just painted on them. Yeah, I had to make my own ears out of hair strands. And you can kind of see the human ears, like I did this to the moth as well. They're flattened down as much as they'll go. and I just tried to make them the same shade as the shading around my jawline. So I tried to do as much editing as I could, and it's not perfect by any means, but I still think it's kind of cute. I'm mostly just rambling at this point because there's just a bunch of stuff that I've been working on in the background that has nothing to do with anything. Now I'm all cozy. But no, it has nothing to do with really anything as far as anything important, I guess. But I've just been trying to do some things that are a bit more hands-on creative, like drawing and then painting the textures for these avatars and getting character designs ready for maybe a future VTuber avatar that's more seriously made, either a live 2D one or commissioning someone to make a 3D model like this one, but actually a custom shaped model, since I don't know enough about Blender and I don't have the patience to learn Blender. So yeah, not to mention having to rig it all for animation and movement and stuff like that. I don't have the patience for it. Worst comes to worst, what I can do is I can actually just draw the character out as detailed as I want, clip all of the individual layers out the way they're supposed to be for the live 2D stuff, and then have somebody else rig it for me, just pay them to rig it for me, which would probably be the best case scenario. But anyways, that's way into the future at this point, unless I just get super lucky. And again, this has mostly just been for live streaming, but I figured I'd do it for this video just so that you guys could kind of see how things have been progressing. I've got ideas. I always end up having ideas for this channel, but actually implementing them, it's been really hard for me to sit down and want to do anything, I guess. I've been dealing with depression again, and seasonal depression on top of my regular depression and my anxiety and my executive dysfunction and all sorts of crazy things that are all like comorbid with one another. It kills my motivation to actually work on things, which is is a massive part of why it took me 5 months to finish Tell Me Why, and why I have yet to start Twin Mirror or yet to start The Medium, even though those are both 2 games I want to play. But yeah, that's why I've been playing mindless games. Like we turned the enemies off in the forest, and me, Gabe, and my friend Evan have all we've been doing is like running around the forest, building stuff and gathering supplies and hunting and just being survivalists. We haven't really been exploring the caves or trying to find our missing son. It's basically like a more realistic looking Minecraft in creative mode. That's really all we've been doing. And it's a lot of fun, but it's not really productive, and it's not interesting enough to post unless something just amazing happens, which we've been building some interesting structures, but not nearly as expansive as some of the stuff I've seen. So at the end of the day, it's just not been interesting enough to be content worthy. So I'm coming up with a few things that I need to do and a couple of games that I want to play through, but so we'll see what happens from there. But I'm just going to post this 100% unedited at this point, maybe add my intro and my outro and a couple of little glitch effects whenever the clip starts and ends. But other than that, you're just going to hear me rambling, because this is me. This is me in my daily life. This is me talking. Unfortunately, my friends have to put up with this constantly, just me rambling on and on and on and on and on about stuff that, for the most part, I bet none of you really give a crap about. But that's okay. Like I said, though, I am taking commissions and working on commissions right now. So, no, that's not it. Oh, I was going to add my coffee button, because I do have a coffee account now, or Ko-Fi, coffee, whatever. So that, hang on, let me add that real quick. Yes, this is me. This is legitimately just me. This is the randomness that I go through every day. Unedited, unfiltered, except I'm not cursing at this point. I'll probably edit some of this out. So yeah, if you're interested in taking a look at any of my commissions, I have commission examples and the different pricings and the different types of art commissions that I do. Just check out that link over there and it'll give you all the information you need. I also have that link listed on my Twitch account, which if at this point you don't know what my Twitch account is, then shame on you. I've been saying so much. Again, this is me unfiltered. Hi, this is me. I talk with my hands. I'm constantly like fidgeting around and I say a lot. I stutter here and there. I lose words and I ramble constantly. Hello. Hello world, this is me. This is me unfiltered and annoying. This is why I don't talk during my gameplay. I'm not funny. But I am unashamedly me. That's all I can really say at this point. Except for, of course, the obvious bunny rabbit. But you gotta admit, the bunny rabbit's cute. And it's definitely more interesting than just staring at this, you know, admittedly, whoop, there goes my face doing weird things again. Hi. Admittedly, this is an interesting backdrop. But it's better to have something in front of it actually interacting with you instead of just looking at the backdrop. But yeah, me unedited, just being a goofball, talking and updating people. Hi, we're having a conversation. But yeah, there's lots of stuff that I want to actually do. There's stuff that I keep looking at my cat. He's on the bed next to me. There's stuff that I want to do. There's different things the different types of videos that I want to do, which it all depends on where my motivation is at the time. I may post some of my artwork streams, which it's going to be kind of an if, since they're mostly commissions. I'm doing a lot of D&D character commissions right now. So it all just kind of depends on if they give me the okay. But as far as my personal art streams, I don't tend to post those very often. I'm not usually very comfortable sharing my personal art, since I used to have issues with people erasing my name off of my artwork and then posting it as their own. So I've had to start putting obnoxious stamps and like signing it in multiple places just to try and deter people from doing that again, because it makes me upset. It makes me very upset, especially if it's stuff that's like on a paid commission. I don't care what the people who bought the commissions do with them, because it's theirs now. But if it's something that I've posted just to show off, hey, look at what I did for this person, and you take my name off and you claim it as your own, you're claiming someone else's work that they paid for. Well, claiming, you know, someone else's character that they paid for me to draw. It's not yours. It does not belong to you. Blah, 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 blah. That kind of stuff. Anyways. So it all depends on if they give me the okay, whether or not my art streams go up. I've been drawing them on Twitch, but with Twitch, after a while, those VODs go away. If I put them up on YouTube, they're just going to be here. So, again, rambling. So yeah, this is... Hi, Loki. That was my cat. I don't know if you heard him. He meowed. Son, stop it. Though reached over and tapped the bed. But yeah, anyways, me unfiltered. Hello, this is my chaotic brain and how things work. Everything is shiny, happy, look a squirrel. I always sit here with 4, sometimes 5 different screens in front of me. I've got 2 computer monitors, my art tablet, and then my regular tablet plus my phone. I'm constantly, like, my brain is overloaded with all sorts of crazy stuff, and I lose track of time. Like, the last 3 days have passed. I've been snowed in. I can't dig my car out of the snow right now because it's still snowing, and I have blackout curtains. I have no sense of time. I don't know what day it is anymore. But yes, hello, me, unfiltered rambling. This is just me on a daily basis when I actually open my mouth to speak. If I'm not going for 2 or 3 days without saying a word. My friends, unfortunately, are very familiar with this, and now you are. So I'm gonna see about getting some stuff ready for the channel. I'm gonna try to play through Twin Mirror and the Medium. I know particularly I want to play through. There's a few games that I started ages ago that I want to try to finish, or at least do another episode for them at some point. We'll see what happens with those. I would love to finish Echo at some point, but I'm just really bad at it. I'm not good at stealth games, which is why I'm not really excited about playing the Medium, because there's a lot of stealth spots in there, and I'm already feeling like I'm going to get frustrated with it. I know I need to finish Stasis, because I started that ages ago, and I never even got halfway through the game. There's a couple of sillier games that I want to play, some older ones, like Mystery of the Druids. Thank you to Mandalore Gaming for introducing me to that train wreck. But yeah, there's stuff I want to do, but I have to want to do it, if that makes any sense. But we'll see what happens, because I do have to finish these commissions before I get started on anything. And I've still got 2.5 left that I really need to get done. Because even though my clients are saying that they're quite patient, I feel bad about making people wait for an exceedingly long amount of time if they don't have to. So anyways, yeah, so I'm going to cut this video short and get short. I'm going to cut this video short. Yay, I can do my quotations and get started working on drawing those so that I can get them out of the way. So bye-bye for now. I might do another one of these pretty soon, because I do enjoy just talking with everybody. I don't really talk to many people on a daily basis when I'm not at work, which is part of the reason why I ramble so much once I do start talking. Hi, I'm kind of an isolationist. This is the most socialization I get when I'm not at work, is either over Twitch or talking to a couple of my friends on Discord. So yeah, Rambles, hello, fi. If you enjoy what I do, if you want to check out my commissions and commission something from me yourself, if you have an OC you want me to draw, if you have a D&D character you want me to draw, check out the link down here and I'll get something drawn for you. I need to post up the actual commissions that I'm doing right now. Once they're finished, they're going to have a big sample thing across it, so that way it's going to be harder to get rid of that, since, again, people like erasing my signature off of stuff, and it makes me angry. I'm not even the greatest, artist out there, and I still find my stuff everywhere. Anyways. You would think that people would be slightly more respectful of at least the paid work, but it doesn't happen. I see people copying other people's commissions all the time. It's very discouraging. But I enjoy drawing, and I've got this spiffy new tablet, and I want to put it to work. So, yay! I'm going to go now, so I stop talking. Bye-bye.